Hello everyone, I'm Jaleesa, JJ Movie TV Switch Game Reviews everybody, and now I'm going to give you my original season 3 review. Now there has been 3 seasons of the originals, and what can I say about the season? It's a great season. But it's not my favorite of the originals. It's actually my least favorite. There's only 3 seasons. Season 1 I give like a 9.4. Season 2 I give like a 9.6 or 9.7. Season 3 I'm giving a 9 or 9.1. This season had a lot of inconsistencies, but let me start off with the overall story is, and which is basically the main thing about this. It's a prophecy for the originals, that how they will all fall, one by friend, one by foe, one by family. And this entire line of the prophecy, the storyline, drags along through the entire season. Now, I mean drags along. Original season 3 is very unique in a sense, just because of how original seasons have been in the past in Vampire Diaries. There's always was some beginning, middle, end storylines. Beginning and middle and end in original season 2 was dealing with Esther, Michael during this time. Then in the middle, original season 2, they had Finn. Then original season 2 again at the end, they had Aunt Dahlia, and that had a continued storyline, which was very interesting. Characters were introduced, recurring characters were back, and everything fit into so many great places. This one, original season 3, is not really like that. The entire thing is just all about the prophecy. In the beginning, we find out the first siren lines, the first vampires ever turned by the originals. We get the flashbacks of the originals, of how they start off immediately after they became vampires and they were hunted down by Michael, and how they were on the run. We get their backstories with their certain characters, with Elijah siring a guy named Tristan, and Tristan is a member of the Strix. He is the leader of the Strix, the vampire cult leader following. And then you have Aurora, who was sired by Rebecca, who is Klaus's crazy ex-girlfriend, who is a sister of Tristan. Then you have Lucian, who was nothing but a stable boy, and he was sired by Klaus. And how they're all back for revenge against the originals for what they've done to them in the past. Basically, this season is all about the prophecy, but it's also about the Michaelsons have to come to grips of all their sins in their past, and for every single bad thing they have done. And basically the Strix, or the Trinity as you want to call them, Aurora, Trisha, and Lucian, they're deciding to get revenge upon the Michaelsons in so many new ways and destroy every single loved one they ever had. Now, before we get into spoilers, this season was pretty dang phenomenal, given 9.1 out of 10 again, and overall, there was a lot of inconsistencies with these characters, like introductions of new characters, and the recurring characters kept like coming in between. Like, first you'll have Cammy for a good 4 episodes, then she'll disappear for 4 episodes. Then you have like Lucian. He was there for like a good like 4 to 5 episodes in. Like episode last time I saw him, he was episode 9, and he disappeared for like a good 4 to 5 episodes. There's a lot of inconsistencies with all these characters, especially with Davina. And let me just say some positives. They bring back Cole. Cole Michelson's back. Davina brought him back in such a cool way. I like Davina's character. I like how Cole was back. They introduced back Finn. Then they kill him off real quick. Not happy about that. And going to spoilers. Sorry again, I spoiled something earlier on, but the deaths of Camille, Jackson, and Davina was technically needed. I don't think Davina, but overall, this entire impact of loving someone of the originals. If the originals love somebody, whether it was Klaus and Camille, Haley and Jackson, or Cole and Davina, they are the architects for their own destruction, and their sins will lead on to the people they love. And overall, this entire arc of losing everyone they ever loved, or losing people that they do love, and it's just overall very heartbreaking to see these characters go. And overall, for original season 3, it had a fantastic episodes. It had some great moments, some pretty dang fantastic episodes. But the problem is, though, it dragged along certain characters way too long. For instance, like I said, they'll have Cammy show up like for after she's turned into a vampire. Yes, she turns into a vampire after she dies. She turns into a vampire after she dies, then she disappears when she breaks up with Klaus for like a good 4 episodes. Then she's back, and she's only really there to get killed again. So overall, it had a lot of inconsistencies. There was just too many characters. That's the best thing I could say about original season 3. There was too many new characters, too many old characters, and when they try to blend them in, try to fit each episode, and it didn't work consistently well like original season 2. Original season 2 had a great blend. They focus on a certain characters right here, certain male characters right there. I mean, certain like how Esther was there with Michael in the beginning of original season 2. Then they had Finn. Then they had Dahlia. Immediately they jump Lucian, Aurora, Trisha, and they don't have enough time to bring out these other characters. So overall, it wasn't that interesting. It wasn't that fun as much as it should have been. For original season 3, it's a pretty dang great season. It shows the conflict of the originals of all the sins they ever committed, and they do pay for it at the end. The Prophecy is a great storyline. It's just not overall my favorite. To me, this is my least favorite of the original seasons, just because a lot of introductions of new characters and old characters were just not blended too well, and they should have just divided more into it instead of just, hey, putting everything at once. And then certain scenes, like for instance, they get Aurora, Klaus's crazy ex-girlfriend. Well, she was there for the originals. We find out Elijah compelled her to leave Klaus, which was pretty interesting. And Elijah and Klaus fight. Next episode, they're like, oh, we'll leave it alone for later. We'll get past it. But they never bring up that situation ever again. Granted, Klaus figured out on his own that Aurora is crazy as hell, but it would have been much more interesting to see how Klaus and Elijah, how this rift between them with Gaul would have been better if we actually seen a rift between them a little bit more. Reality check, it didn't really cause a rift. It caused like, okay, one night, oh, I hate you, fuck you, let's punch each other. The next day they're like, I'm so mad at you. Okay, back to normal. There wasn't a big rift as it should have been for the original. There should have been more burdens, more of them not on the same side against you, and not on the same side with each other. Just overall differences. They shouldn't have had certain situations should not have been resolved that quickly, in my opinion. But overall, original season 3 is a fantastic season of the originals. I don't think it's better than Vampire Diaries season 7. I'm gonna do original season 3 versus Vampire season 7 right now. Well, hopefully the next day, and then you all see that. And I'm gonna do a Vampire season 7 review. But if you could check out that on my channel if you wanted to watch it. But original season 3 is an A- season. I'm gonna give it, like I said, a 9.1. It's not my favorite, not by a long shot of the originals. The original season 1, I give like a 9.4 out of 10. That's like an A right there. Then the original season 2, I gave like an A+, 9.7 out of 10. I love that season, but season 3 is my least favorite of the originals. A little disappointed, but a little bit not disappointed, because you have to have so much for the unkillable machines of the original vampires. But overall, a fantastic episode, a fantastic season of the originals. They always bring up their game, and hopefully this is not the continuation. I'm really not hoping this is not like Vampire Diaries, where they started to lose their game, they went downhill, then hopefully they'll get back up. I'm waiting for the next originals to get back up. I want to see them like not just A-. I want to see them in the A+ section. I want to see them the best season they could give us. And I can't wait for original season 4. And again, it's coming late January, or early January, or late December. I'm hoping it's not that. Yeah, everyone, let me know what y'all think of this fantastic season of the original. Subscribe if you like this. Screen down below. Leave a comment down below. Let me know. Respect my opinion. I respect yours. Alright, everyone. I'm Jalise signing off. I'm good, everybody. Bye.